Welcome everyone. Eventually, Syncast is back. We are so happy and excited about continuing the amazing work of former volunteers in Syncro, Celine and Denise. Um, we got the torch from them and we will try to carry at our best. Before the start, what we discuss on today and what is the topic about, let us introduce ourselves, me and Bengisu. My name is Mert, and I am a short-term volunteer at Syncro, and I will be working here for 2.5 months. We are trying to help in social media and PR sites of projects of Syncro. Also, we are working with changers who are volunteers from 10 different countries around Europe, whose work is essentially enriching cultural experience of people at any age. So, what about you, Bengisu?
Uh, Hi, I'm Bengisu from Turkey. I study at Faculty of Veterinary Medicine at fourth grade. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, I spent 1 year at home with my parents in Alanya, Turkey. And now I'm in Zagreb, owing to one of my Turkish friend and Syncro. Her name is Esra, and she's in Malta for ESG project. She's a long-term volunteer in Malta, and she forwarded me an email she got, and I tried my chance, and here I am for the Carousel project with Syncro.
Great, thank you. Today's episode, and actually it is a new season for us after Celine and Denny's first season. We are going to discuss on what is mentoring and it is exciting aspects and many more issues about mentoring. So today we have Dora and Marco. They are mentors at Syncro organization. So welcome again.
Thank you.
Let me start with you, Dora. Can you introduce yourself to us?
My name is Dora.
Mm.
I'm from Croatia, so I'm a local volunteer here at Syncro. I mentor volunteers who come here, and from time to time I participate in different projects that Syncro does.
That's nice, thank you. And you, Marco?
Hey, my name is Marko. I'm also mentoring with Syncro. I'm a relatively new mentor. I started last year, so maybe a bit more than half a year ago. I'm living in Zagreb since the start of my college and went on few youth exchanges with Syncro and decided to try out this new role with Syncro. So.
Thank you. So we are benefiting our different longevities in your mentoring experience. I think it will be exciting. So let me start. We prepared you some questions about. We thought on it, and we decided some questions to ask you. And let me start with the first question. Mentoring is an activity that can be included in school life, even business life, and even in family life. Your parents being a mentor to you, your maybe in business, different kind of experienced people help you. But in EVS, or in ESC, can you describe being a mentor in 3 words? Let's start with you, Dora.
Well, first of all, I'm very happy that you gave it this nice framework of all
Okay.
sorts of mentoring. In this international project, 3 words, I would say it's fun, it is surprising, and very refreshing.
Yeah. So, yeah, people not only be volunteers here and also experience different kind of funny and I don't know different kind of experiences in abroad. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, you ask questions right now, right?
No,
So
Marco.
Uh-huh.
I can also answer
I
that
am
question.
sorry. It happens. It is first time. Yeah.
Okay, three words. That's gonna be tough, but I would choose maybe community, fun, and food. Just because there are a lot of like intercultural nights and exchanges, and every time we get new volunteers, they bring a lot of good food.
Yeah,
I just enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, we are excited to coming like the food day for everyone. We
Thank
didn't
you.
do yet, but yeah, we are waiting for it.
Um, how and when did you decide to be a mentor?
You.
Dora.
I started volunteering when I was a student, so this is quite a long time ago. 2011, 2012, I was very active in all sorts of projects, and this is when I started mentoring people as well. It was a very natural next step after doing some projects, having had mentors of my own, so it wasn't a very conscious or a big decision at the moment.
What about you, Marco?
Yeah, I just started, I think in October, maybe a bit earlier. I was just looking for different ways to get included into Erasmus activities. And I got this volunteer, Francesco, if you're looking, hello. He's with another organization in Zagreb for a long-term stay here. So I applied on their invitation on their webpage, on their Facebook page. And then after a while I got involved with Syncro.
So, when you mentoring people, you're interacting with volunteers in special ESC projects, and sometimes it is you widen their perspectives and also help in their daily life in abroad because they don't know the country, they don't know maybe the culture. So you need some like abilities other than I don't know who doesn't like prefer to be mentor. So what skills do you think a mentor has to have? So Dora, what do you think?
Because people coming here have different expectations and different needs, it's kind of hard to pinpoint one or two skills, right? So some people come here and they want to party, or they want to try different food, they want to learn Croatian, they want to learn how to do podcasts. So I think it's important that mentors are kind of flexible, that they ask many questions. What do you want? What do you need? Maybe try to predict some potential problems, some intercultural skills. But I guess just being able to adjust and to work with the volunteer, not to force any, knowledge that you assume somebody needs.
Yeah. So what do you think? What a mentor has to have?
Yeah, I would agree with Dora on some points, definitely. I think she gets them right, especially flexibility. I think it's important to stay flexible, just because a lot of people from all over Europe, or maybe even more than Europe, come here. I would say openness to ideas definitely is a useful one. Maybe cultural awareness, just to keep yourself open to different cultures. Not everyone has same traditions and same lifestyles.
Yeah.
So maybe it's important to take that into account when other people come.
Yeah. Being also tolerant is the key, I think, right?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
And what changed in your life after being a mentor? And also, what do you gain from being a mentor in your social life, business life, for example?
Would you like to take this one?
Okay, I can take this one. What changed in my life? Well, I definitely started meeting a lot more people on a regular basis. So, Syncro, at least this, for example, Change in the Neighborhood project, they have volunteers coming in every few months, actually 10 people. So basically every few months I started meeting new group of people, and that was a nice change because usually I met international people when going abroad on travels or on my own youth exchanges. So that's a big change. I would say that definitely it helps with this idea thing, just hearing all kinds of different opinions, perspectives on life, and hearing what other people do in their life, what they are studying, what they are working, stuff like that. It helps me also broaden maybe my horizons and my perspectives on what I would like to do, or how can I take a different look at some problems that I encounter on my work or in my college. So.
What about you, Dora?
Well, as Marko said, it's very nice to have new people in your life. It's interesting to hear your stories, and as I said, it's very refreshing, right? Because like we're all focused on what we do everyday life, and then somebody new with a lot of energy comes in, and it just kind of shares this energy with you. And this is one of my favorite things about these projects.
You also keep yourselves young when you mentoring and being young people, right?
Of
Always.
course, yeah.
Yeah.
They are still young.
Yeah, we
Don't-
feel.
But yeah,
don't
always.
tell
We feel
something
young, yeah.
like that.
You feel always
And
at the
look
same
young.
age, like feeling like never aging. Like, I would say, yeah. So before the next question, I just want to say something. If you have any questions to ask our mentors, you can write your questions on Facebook chat. We are in our Syncro page. We are right now. You can see the event, and you can just write down the questions what you want to ask our mentors. So, next question is coming. So every experience in our lives, more or less, leads to some change in our thoughts and what do we think. So sometimes before you see something different, and it changes over time when you really experience it. So we just want to know, what was mentoring mean to you before you are actually a mentor, and then how it changed. So Dora.
So as you said in the beginning, there's different types of mentoring, and I think before I learned about this type of mentoring, I assumed it was connected to wisdom, somebody who knows a lot, who can tell you exactly what to do, which I think is not true in other types of mentoring, and especially not in this one. So I accepted the fact that we might not know that much, but we're good enough
Yeah.
to assist somebody
Hopefully.
else.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, I can fill in the gaps. Yeah. So what mentoring meant for me before I started mentoring? Well, actually, I heard about mentoring a while ago, like way before I started, probably 3 years ago. Actually, Syncro president Iona, she was our group leader on this project we went in Denmark. So then we met on this festival, this basically volunteering festival that Syncro organizes, and then there you can go and meet different kinds of organizations that do work in Erasmus field, and you just they share experiences, and you get to know which opportunities you have in this Erasmus world. And there I met like a few girls who went on a project. They were already mentoring, and and they were like they're speaking multiple languages, and I was like, okay, this really needs to be a person who is like knowledgeable and has different knowledge about different cultures. And I'm like, okay, I cannot do that. And then after a while, actually, I just during this corona, I realized, okay, why not try it out? I cannot travel anywhere, and I will probably learn on my new experience what it is about. So that was the transition.
So, so what has changed in your mind after being a volunteer? I'm sorry, mentor.
What changed in my mind? Well, probably I started thinking more about traveling even more, actually, and maybe reevaluating just the general choices in life. You know, you get these random thoughts and random events that sometimes just kick you in some way, and then you have to rethink what you are doing. Because of my mentoring, I also had to prioritize my time, because currently I have a lot of time. I have a lot of obligations because I work full time, and I'm doing all kinds of different things and training. So I had to really try hard to fill my schedule in right way, prioritize activities I want to do, and in order to be able to do them all. And I wanted to really do mentoring because it's fun. I meet new people, and I just
Yeah, you already both of you said the keywords. You said both fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
I understand you. Yeah. So
What does a mentor-mentee relation mean to you? Like, do you continue talking with your mentees after they when they are home then?
I think it's like other friendships, like other when you meet a person you don't know where this is going to go. The only difference here is kind of like a blind date. Somebody sets you up, right? Somebody at this organization decides, well, these two could work well together. They usually decide pretty well, right?
Yeah.
So it really depends on the person, how things develop, who is at which stage in their lives. In general, yes, I think I've always had pretty good relationships with my mentees, and we usually stay in touch. The sad fact of international travel is that you can't have the same relationship once you move away.
Yeah,
So
of
things
course.
do change, but you can continue in a different way.
What do you think about it, Mark?
Mentee and mentor relationship for me is mostly a new way to make some new friends and to meet these other cultures. It's regarding do I stay in contact with my mentees? Well, one of them still didn't leave Croatia, so he's still here. We'll see about that. With the guys I had in these last few rounds of change project, yes, we stayed in touch. We stay in touch mostly over Instagram. I think we had some communication, nothing big, but based on my past experiences with youth exchanges, I do actively try to maybe visit locations where some of the people who also participated on the same projects I did, to visit that location, maybe meet them and just let them show me their city because I show them my city, and just explore a relationship in that way to see if we want to stay in touch, we don't want to stay in touch, I don't know, we just trying out.
you're also my mentor, so
Yeah, you actually already invited me to Istanbul. I'm counting on that, so we have to stay in touch. There is no
yes,
way.
yes, should be. Yeah. So okay, I'm happy for that. So yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm happy to see in a podcast. It's really nice to hear this thing. So, when we are volunteering, also you are mentoring. We don't know yet, but generally, we always get like some unforgettable memories. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes maybe bad. But for you, what is the funniest experience that you have faced while mentoring? Like, it can be any kind of story. Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I can think of one that was quite fun actually, from the last round of change project. The way this Corona world works now in Croatia too is you cannot have big gatherings of people inside. So volunteers really wanted to share their food, drinks, whatever they took with them, candies from their countries, to have this intercultural exchange or intercultural night, lunch, whatever. And I was also looking forward to that because it's food.
Yeah.
And so they were trying to think of a way how we can have that happen and also respect the restrictions of corona. So they decided to like have a picnic on Bundek lake, which is like a lake here in Zagreb. And it was great. We all brought like food, and it was amazing. But it was so cold that day. We were freezing. We were really freezing. Like it took maybe an hour for everyone to just start going like shivering and jumping around and just. And I think someone brought some alcohol, and we were like from Croatia to meet the local ingredients. So we had to drink a bit to stay warm, and I think that was the best story so far.
It was a very delicious meal as well.
Oh yeah, food was great.
If you're watching, thank you again.
Yeah.
I'm having problems remembering something that happened to any of the volunteers who came here, but I know that when I traveled abroad, I was waiting for my mentor in Poland, and we had a meeting at a cafe. And the thing is that in Croatia, you sit down and a waiter comes to takes your order. What I didn't know is that in Poland, it's self-service. So I was sitting there and waiting for her, and the waiter was getting worked up, very, very angry. What kind of service is this country? And then she came and she was like, oh, no, you silly foreigner, come with me.
Yeah, something how can I say, unexpected things can happen if abroad, right?
Always.
Yes.
So yeah, we are new people for Croatia, so you know the way. You teach us the way. I hope, yeah.
Anything funny happened to you?
Not yet.
Alright.
Okay.
We are new volunteers. Just
Well, don't hesitate to share your stories.
yeah, absolutely. But
That means we have to step it up a bit as a mentor. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, we're also thinking to make episodes for our experiences. So we are just right now adding our pockets the experiences and hopefully tell everyone about what is like the experience of volunteering in here. So I hope we can share in next, or I don't know which podcast will be, but yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll have a great time here now. I think the Croatia is opening up a bit. You'll have a lot of activities now, and the weather is getting really nice and warm. So I think you'll have good experiences which you can share. Yeah.
We are looking forward to it. Yeah. So.
do we have any Facebook chats questions?
I have a struggle to check them right now, but we can ask our questions if we have left any questions.
No, actually, we don't have any questions.
So,
Well, I have a question for you.
Uh,
What do you
Yeah.
expect from your mentors? What was your reaction when you learned you're going to have a mentor?
Actually,
Yeah, Mert.
From-
What did you think about me before you met me?
I didn't expect to meet someone like loving sports like me. So you
Okay.
were a former athlete. I learned that. So I said that yeah, we are a good match. So I think some of our volunteer friends also recognize that we are really good match.
I think
right?
that's true. Yeah. We are. Yeah.
So far it's going good. Yeah.
Yeah. Dynamic duo.
Yeah. We are planning, I think, doing some different sports, maybe playing basketball, other kinds of sports, right?
Definitely. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's a really
I got
nice
what I
way.
expected. Not expected, but I got what I hoped. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm so happy for that.
It's so nice to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm blushing now. Man.
Yeah.
Big laugh.
I guess that my mentor will be not so quiet and not so official and funny. I expected that, and she is so funny person, and I'm happy to be her mentee.
I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that.
Yeah, that's cool. And what you mentioned, you had some expectations before. I think that's also what we spoke about earlier. It's important to. There is no like defined set of skills that someone needs to have to be a mentor. And really, anyone who wants to try it should try it. It's a great way to actually acquire some new skills because of taking part in different probably workshops, dealing with people. So really, anyone who wants to meet new people, this is a really, really great way to just get included and see what you are doing. And yeah,
Absolutely, and there are quite a few opportunities here for doing that.
yeah, definitely.
So I couldn't reach the questions. Maybe you can from your
Okay.
computer if it's possible. So
I-
we have plenty of time right now. So
I will reach it
We-
from my phone.
we didn't
Just a
expect the
second.
questions you answered.
Well, I
that
hope it's
fast,
nothing
so, yeah.
bombastic, you know.
Yeah. Just questions.
Yeah.
Will be newspaper day after.
um,
We have a question.
mhm.
Have ever been on the other side being a mentee? If yes, how is this contributed to the experience as a mentor?
Take it.
Alright. Yes, I have had several different mentors in international projects and otherwise, but we're focusing on these ones now. And in the beginning, I was a bit skeptical because I thought, well, who is this person? What are they going to do with me? What does this mean? How much is this an obligation or not like this? But it was always very nice, very pleasant, always very friendly people, and it really mostly was like a friendship, that developed. I'm in touch with a lot of these people even now, and I did use that experience. So I think I just copied what my mentors did, and now I apply it with other people. What about you?
Yeah, well, me, I haven't actually been on the other side. I have never been to these longer term projects abroad, but I have traveled quite a bit, and just by meeting people in hostels or around traveling, walking around the city, you get some sense of maybe what people want to see when they are in a new place, what they want to visit, what's the experience they are looking for. And we are all, as we said, young people, so we have some same interests. Fun is always a great way. You're always looking for funny new experiences, useful experiences, learning something new about the place you're staying, some historical interesting facts. I don't know, that's what I'm looking for. And I figured, okay, probably other people want to do the same things more or
Yeah.
less, and yeah, I'm just going with that.
Yeah. Everyone waits like empathy for each other. So if we understand each other, the relationship and what we do becomes fun. Also, I could experience. So
Well, it's kind of like
obviously.
relying on your instincts, right? On like what you
Yeah.
expect yourself you might need.
Yeah.
Have
So-
you ever had a soulmate mentee?
I'm sure that's somebody who
Uh,
was here and now they're testing us.
And what is the perfect mentee like?
I mean, look at Mert. For me, this is the perfect mentee.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, I think it's all people have these different aspects of their personalities, and if you just stay open, you can get along in some way. After all, everyone who comes here through these opportunities, they came here to learn something new, to meet new people, and just to be useful in this community and through this project. So you already know some set of goals they have for this experience. So it's just you're coming into this role of mentor after all, with having something to offer, and wanting to contribute.
Yeah.
So you can hit it off with people on based on this. So
Yeah. So I have a question, one more question. It's related to you, but before you answer the question, right? Yeah.
I in general am not particularly romantic, so soulmates, that's a very strong statement. But I've definitely had, let's say, soulmate moments with many people, many volunteers who I was mentoring or not. Just this moment when you click, when you feel like, alright, it's really really nice. We're getting somewhere. There's some kind of an exchange, and this is what I look forward to in my future relationships with volunteers as well.
Mhm. So I just want to ask if there is any questions. The most typical feature of volunteer is for you what you what you observe from the volunteers. What is the most typical feature of volunteers?
Maybe go with curiosity, excitement. Just people really come here with so many ideas and want to see and experience so many things that it's probably very difficult to achieve that in 2 months. But yeah, I'd go with that. Just desire to see and experience things.
yeah, I like Dora's choice, and I would add also just openness. Most people are open and they come here.
Yeah,
With
but
open
some
mind.
people, some volunteers become first maybe being shy and then they open more and more. And
Of course, yeah. On the first day, especially when you come into a new country, you don't know anyone, and then you are also regarding this mentor thing, mentor-mentee relationship. You don't actually know if you are going to hit it off with the person,
yeah.
or is it going to be the same vibe, same energy or not. So of course, a lot of people are nervous, but you get over that through this new, through these first activities that we have together, just meeting and.
Yeah. So we can continue if we have any
Okay.
questions on Facebook
There
page.
is one more question that what are some pros and what things are cons of being a mentor?
Because,
Maybe we can start with like the disadvantages.
the disadvantages.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
Well, I think this. I'm sorry if you had a.
No, just please be my guest.
This fact that people come and go, right? This is kind of hard to deal
Okay.
with because you build this relationship and then it changes very quickly. So like if somebody's here for a long period, it's different. But in these short-term projects, you just get excited, get to know somebody, and then you say goodbye.
Yeah, you put it well. Yeah, definitely. I think that's really sad, and I've noticed that on different activities I take part, like youth exchanges. I've been to few of those, and now I don't really have a wish to go that much, because I met like I don't know 150, 180 people on these youth exchanges, and we were together for like 10 days, 2 weeks, and you get to know them, and then you are going away, to your countries, and then it can get a bit sad, of course,
Yeah.
especially if you have a really good relationship. So I would agree that might be a negative side of it. Also, I don't know, some minor things, but regarding the things that don't really affect, that are not, how would I put it, that are not necessarily a consequence of mentor or mentee, like this corona thing now is probably a big negative side to it, because we cannot do activities we want, hang out as much. So, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, sorry. What advice would you give someone who would like to become a mentor?
Maybe for us.
Do you want to be a mentor?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Never know in one day.
Maybe no, maybe yes. Okay. We'll try to make that a yes
Ah.
until you leave.
Yeah.
Specific goals. Excellent.
Yeah. We'll put that like check mark. Yes. What advice? I would say just do it. Nike. But yeah, just do it. Don't be afraid. It's a great way to meet new people. There are these like couch surfing and meetings of couch surfers, stuff like that. For me, this is like the next best thing. You are meeting really a lot of people who come here. So yeah, just do it. Don't be afraid. You're gonna meet a lot of fun people, and you're gonna have a lot of nice experiences. Yeah, just
So you meet so many people, so you learn about them and you like put in your life. So and how is that feeling? So you maybe in it happens in school sometimes. Teachers teach you a lot of things, but
Yeah.
they have a lot of students,
yeah.
and they come and go, and times that sometimes forget you. You come back to
Yeah.
school and say,
Yeah.
"I am here," but he or she is forget. But it's not about his like not it's not just he or she forget about you. So what you think about this? Like if you do, especially you, Marco, you are new at this mentoring, and if time goes, maybe you can forget someone, but it happens accidentally. But how that feels right now for you?
For me, it's still fresh, you know. So still not a lot of time passed from all these past mentoring experiences, but I think it's like a general rule that can be applied to anything in life. You know, you meet some people at some point in your life. If you stay, for example, if I stay in this Erasmus world, I can imagine I will meet a lot of people, maybe who I mentored or who I had a contact with through mentoring, maybe someone from the same group, but who was not my mentee, because Erasmus family, after all, is still a bit small. I would say it's so surprising to me how many people, you know, someone comes on this new project, and then we add each other on Facebook, and then I see, oh, we have a friend together who was with me on that project. Oh, no kidding, he was with me on that project. It's really a small family, so I think if you stay in Erasmus environment, that you're gonna probably stay in touch with some people. Yeah.
We say the world is small, but in those type of family, the world is even smaller, right?
Yeah. So what do you think, Dora? Did you like? Are you staying in touch? Are you sad about particular someone, or like?
Well, I think in the beginning I probably tried more, so like I'm now quite close to people that mentored me and that I mentored a while ago, right?
Mhm.
Because these relationships were very new, like you were saying, like
Yeah.
I'm doing it for the first time. So my mentor when I was doing my project in Poland, oh, she's getting married this year, so I was invited. You know, it's wonderful. We have a good relationship. It's not like a super active friendship at the moment. We
Yeah.
kind of like text all the time, but this is a strong bond. Many other people I met are still there. Let's say in my head, I might not talk to them all the time, but I remember. In general, I remember things that I do with people, right? So I don't necessarily remember if they have two sisters or if they studied history, but I do remember the moments we shared, the trips we made, or the food we ate. I always remember that.
Food, yes.
Yeah.
And I hope they remember some of it as well. I think we had some specific questions for each one of us.
In your business life, Marco.
Business life. I sound so like serious.
So, being a mentor in business life, I think depends on really having experience on what you're on your job,
Mhm.
but also the social skills are really important that we all get in those types of projects. So have you experienced that you have used your experiences or any story in your business life that you used your social skills that you get from these type of projects and be successful about it?
That's an interesting question. Yeah. I would imagine that yes, maybe not consciously, maybe that much, and I would definitely say that from this experience of youth exchanges, since I've been involved from I think 2017, and there are some projects, youth exchanges, which really focus on some specific skills. So, for example, I don't know, there was a project in Denmark, and it was about life hacks, different life hacks, And there I learned how to cut an onion without crying. You just splash a little water on your knife and your cutting board, and you just cut the onion and you don't cry, because like these things from onion that make you cry, they usually catch on the first water that there is nearest, and that's usually your eyes. So that's like a fun thing that I can apply in everyday life. But
Especially in your business life.
especially in my business life, usually when I go to work, I just cut onions first. And in business life, I would say probably openness to ideas, to different perspectives, and being more tolerant towards others' ideas. Just really reinforcing that thought of not everyone has same views of something, not everyone generates the same ideas, they have all kinds of different perspectives, and just stay open with that, and really encourage everyone to contribute as much as they feel comfortable. Yeah,
I think that's also so important in business life. Yeah, what you said. Do we have any questions in Facebook
I
chat?
have a question to you.
Okay.
Why did you decide to be a mentor with Syncro?
Alright. Well, I usually volunteered for different NGOs that did youth work, right? So there are different types of NGOs. Some focus on the environment, some focus on children, and so on. And I mostly did these kinds of projects. So let's say I feel I like this kind of work, and I kind of know what's happening. So this was just in let's say my comfort zone.
You're also teaching, right? English
Yes,
in
yes,
Croatia.
yes. Yes, some similar skills involved there.
Yeah. It even helped like for your teaching.
Absolutely, yes. One affects the other.
Yeah.
And why did you choose
Why
Syncro?
did I choose? They were the only ones who wanted me. No, I'm just joking, of course. Well, as I said before, I was on few youth exchanges with Syncro, so I got to know Zvonka and Blanka, who are working here, and just hang around with some groups before. Took some hikes with groups, and they were like, okay, we need some new mentors, do you want to try it out? And I was like, okay, sure, yeah, I'd like to try it out. That was
Okay, thank you for answer.
That like the other cities in Croatia is like feasible for being a mentor, maybe coast side, maybe others like not urban part of the country. Have you ever thought that being a mentor in those areas?
Well, have I thought about being a mentor? No, not yet, because as I'm based in Zagreb, I feel like physical presence really does make a lot of difference, definitely. Do I think that these other parts of Croatia are ready for that, or yeah, of course. I mean, anyone can be a mentor anywhere. I would actually encourage people more from. It's also based on where most of the projects are held, probably. So anyone who wants to attract more people coming to their particular area, especially rural areas, I think can make an effort of organizing some projects or anywhere, and then gathering their friends, local people who can then meet other international people and just get involved and show them around. I think that's a great way of.
You can also be
exposing.
organizer in like those type of NGOs. So.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely.
I also have one question, like how you manage your time when you are a mentor. So sometimes your volunteers always texting you, maybe, what will we do? Why don't you call me? Maybe. So, so you have other types of jobs in your lives also. So how do you as you said, you are prioritizing some things, like your jobs, what you do,
Yeah.
and how do you fix your time?
You want to go first? I go first.
Well, yes. So what I can say is that these projects, group projects, volunteers tend to stick together, and I really haven't experienced them really needing to spend that much time with us. So it's never a problem. If anything, I'm like, well, maybe I want to hang out. So I think that the group gives you, some feeling of I don't know, you get the information, you get the friendship, you get the fun. So I don't get the sense that volunteers really take up too much of my time. But it is definitely important to plan and to make some meetings. Sometimes I have a funny schedule, so I always have to explain to people, right?
Yeah.
Look, I know you're free in the afternoon, but in fact I'm free at 7 a.m. How about the
Yeah.
morning coffee? And people, we everybody tries to adjust. It's like with your friends as well. Luckily, your schedules are flexible as well.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
We have a question for Dora,
Hmm.
especially you. Are there any correlation with being a teacher and being a mentor?
Well, yes, I'd say yes. When you teach, you have some specific goals, right? My students come to me and they want to learn this or that or achieve something. While here, everybody has a different goal. So let's say this is the difference. But the process of achieving it and probably asking questions, guiding somebody to get to what they want to get to, that's pretty similar.
And if you had any stereotype about anything, did it change after your experience as a mentor?
Really good question, I think.
Yeah.
Also for us, I think it's a really good question. Yeah.
Would you like to start with your answer?
I think really some cultures have different kinds of things. In Turkey, for example, you when you host someone in your home, you do whatever you can do, and then say them eat whatever you want, how much you want, eat, eat, eat. And in some countries, in some cultures, it is different. So you like prepare something, or you give something little, and if they get it, they understand it differently, not that good. So in seeing different cultures in here, I think helps us to learn those things. We learn the intention, we understand the intention, because the most important thing is, I think, and also it happens in some countries, in the country, like some areas know the language differently, talks your own language maybe differently, but you know the intention is not bad or different, so you can understand, and it helps you both in your country and abroad, when maybe you experience different countries, and you understand that that's because their culture and they see it normal, so it's okay. So I think that way.
Well, I'm always surprised when I listen to people who come here and what they notice about Croatians, because you live here, you might not notice it yourself. So a lot of people are just absolutely surprised at how much time we spend drinking coffee in a cafe, right?
Yeah.
And to me, it's like perfectly normal. I understand it and I don't question it. So I don't know if this is a stereotype or not, but it's just interesting how you notice it right away coming from abroad.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I would say probably when someone comes, you expect them not to know maybe that much about your country and stuff like that. But then again, I don't know. We were on some quizzes where some people knew facts about Croatia that I didn't know, which was like, okay, you're knowledgeable, okay. And then we had a group where one of the volunteers actually led a tour of center of Zagreb, and he was from Spain, and he was showing us Zagreb, and it was really interesting to see what he finds interesting in Zagreb and what he chose to show us. And there were also some facts and historical stuff that we didn't know about, so that's surprising.
I think I want to see different cultures because of you said food, and you said Mert said that um, it's different kind of relations,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
and I agree all of yours.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially we had the experience that, as you mentioned, about coffee and like food culture. One time we want to go outside and eat outside. We tried like we were looking from the apps where we can find eat food. So we had a struggle to find somewhere because everywhere we see is always coffee shops in Croatia. Really, people always come to coffee. In cafes, there is no toast or other kind of little snacks you can eat. So in Turkey, everywhere you can find anything to eat. Like yeah, every you can find everywhere something to eat. So it was weird for us at first. So but we learned the special points where we can eat. So we fixed it. So right now we don't have any struggle right now.
We always take pizzas everywhere,
Oh wow.
and we take coffee everywhere, but we can take something to eat so um, so warm and something
Yeah, yeah,
homemade.
yeah.
Wow.
We
Also-
couldn't find it.
I hope you're impressed with the first meal we took you to
Yeah.
on the night of your arrival.
Yeah.
A very special traditional dish.
Very local for you, but okay, yeah.
Maybe you know somewhere else that we don't know yet, so you
Yeah.
can share with us.
We'll show you around there. There is still some time, yeah. Or maybe you can cook while you're here. Also, we can
We
show
are
you
trying to, yeah. we
some
are
Croatian
trying to
food too. Yeah,
Croatian food.
Croatian food. Yeah.
Yeah. You said me that vegetables and other kinds of food are really, really good in here.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, we next to our flat there's a bazaar, and
Okay.
yeah, a lot of vegetables and fruits there, and they're really nice. And for us, it's enough. But yeah, we still want somewhere to get like when we go outside, we really want to see some restaurants and easily we find it. So, but it's okay right now. We fix it. Yeah.
Cool, cool.
We can learn something like Croatian food
Yeah,
later.
definitely. Yes. An intercultural exchange.
A lot of promises being made here.
Oh yeah. You have to work hard.
Do we have any questions left?
No, we don't have any questions, and I think we don't have enough time to.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Understand.
Before I end the podcast, I should say something about us. You can write your emails if you want to get some information about what we did or what we are right now doing or what we will planning to do, what we are planning to do via our newsletter. So you can write on the chat your emails, so we can send about information in what's happening in Syncro. So. Thank you for being here, listening us. We will be on live in Facebook every Tuesday at 7 p.m. If nothing works bad. So thank you for coming and being with us.
Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you for making easy for our first experience in podcasting. So welcome and thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank
You
Thank
did
you so
great.
much.
And
Thank you.
So yeah, should we like shake our hands to the
Our audience.
so before we end, what do you have any thoughts that you want to say or tell our listeners?
no, just stay tuned for the next Syncast and ask the questions what you want to know about Synchro and volunteering and Erasmus, and we all are happy to answer those. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You have any, Laura?
Well, I will join Marko in his
Yeah.
message.
Okay. So stay tuned for next episode. We hope to see you in next week. Don't forget to tell your friends. We will be on after this live event. We will be on YouTube. This video or this live event, YouTube and other kinds of podcast areas. You can find us. Thank you for joining us. So thank you. Like, thank you.